Made possible through support from PASCO, Personal Assistance Services of Colorado, the Arc of Aurora, and Developmental Pathways. A THINK+change training.
Hey there, this is Jeff
and I am Petrie. We are advocates with the Arc of Aurora here today offering a THINK+change training on a specific topic as it pertains to people with IDD. Jeff, what are we talking about today?
Let's talk about your rights when it comes to voting.
Oh, that's a good one. I think that's often overlooked, don't you think?
Yes.
Good.
And it's very important.
Yeah, so
and
good.
Very easy to register, by the way.
Absolutely. So good. I'm glad we're going to discuss this a little bit today. I'm going to talk about access to polling centers and how that's kind of protected. So first of all, voting rights are protected under two federal laws. First of all, the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and second of all, a lesser known federal law called HAVA, which stands for Help Americans Vote Act.
Wow, I never heard of that one.
You learn something new every day. So within those federal laws, your access to a polling center is protected. And within that protection, you have a variety of rights to be able to cast your vote for the law or the person of your choice, which is a very empowering thing to do. Not only is choice important, but participating in your community and in your right to vote is something that I think is really important. So within those rights, I'm just going to name a few, not all of them, but just to give some examples. The booths, the voting booths, if you have them in your county or city or state, must be wheelchair accessible. Entrances and doorways must be 32 inches wide. Handrails must be on stairs. There must be voting equipment available for the visually impaired. Curbside voting is also an option if you have trouble getting in and out of transportation.
They will come out to your car.
They will literally come out to your car and help you vote that way. You can bring help in. If I needed help, I could bring my friend Jeff, who could come and help me vote. You can also ask one of the polling workers there to help you cast your vote.
And if they tell you no, by the way, you still have the right to vote, and you take a provisional ballot and you fill that out, and then that dispute can be resolved.
Absolutely.
Do your vote. No one can tell you you can't vote at that station because you have a disability.
That's a great
point.
Now,
if you're not registered, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's a really great point, and I'm glad that you kind of interjected that because that is important. Many states also, like our great state of Colorado, offer voting by mail. So that's another great way to be able to access the casting of your vote. But kind of going back to your point, if you do have trouble voting, what kind of happens then?
Well, if you have trouble voting, you need to reach out to any member of your team.
Yep.
It could be your ARC advocate. It could be a family. I mean, anybody. Just reach out. Don't be silent. Your vote counts.
Right.
Everybody's vote matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that brings something to mind. Not to get too sidetracked here, but if you have a guardian and you live in the state of Colorado, you still have the right to vote, and your vote is your own vote. You don't have to vote the same way that your guardian votes. You have the right to your own vote. And sadly, not every state gives people with guardians the right to vote, but in our lovely state of Colorado, you do have the right to vote even though you have a guardian.
Yeah, and which I think is a super important point to make, not only for individuals, but for guardians to be reminded too, that even if they do have guardianship over another person, that person still has their individual right to their opinions and what they find important and how they cast that vote.
Absolutely. Your vote cannot be bought or sold either.
That's correct. Absolutely. So if you find that you're having any kind of trouble accessing your right to vote in terms of maybe a polling location, or you're just confused about the process in general, or even how to register, you can always reach out to your local ARC chapter.
Absolutely.
And are there any other resources, Jeff?
Well, there's definitely a helpline where an actual lawyer would be available to give you advice.
Oh, fantastic.
I know it's a number and it's not going to flash on your screen, but I'm going to say it very slowly. The number is 1-866-687-8683. And that's a line that you can contact that works solely on people with problems with voting.
Fantastic. I didn't know that existed, so I'm glad to know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Do you have anything else to add? Any other questions?
I just want you to go out and vote.
Yeah.
Because it is your right. It doesn't matter if you have a mental condition or a disability, you still have the right to vote.
That's right. As they say, rock the vote. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. We hope this has been helpful. As always, if you have any other questions or concerns, you can reach out to any ARC advocate. We are here to help always. Thank you so much.
And in reference to what you said earlier, have a great day.
Very good.